What's up, guys? Hope everyone's having a great day. Keep pushing, keep striving, continue to be great, continue to do great, continuing to do better. Now, we have a very, very special guest, my homeboy Jalen.
What's up, bro?
Introduce yourself to the people, let them know who you are.
My name is Jalen. I quite do literally a whole bunch of different things. I make music. I stream content. I play basketball here and there.
You're a hooper, don't lie, don't be modest. Jay a hooper.
I guess I'm a hooper.
Jay a hooper.
But I work a job as well. Yeah, that's it. I'm just a simple guy, just trying to make it through life, bro. That's it.
So this segment is gonna be called Just Friends, and we just gonna talk about any and everything. If anybody has any suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I know somebody did give me a suggestion about relationships. That's definitely something we will dive into.
I can definitely dive into that topic.
But first, me and Jay met, actually. We were hooping.
Yeah,
we were hooping.
Met at the YMCA.
I pulled up with my older brother Rob, who's been on the pod, and we was just hooping. Right? We was big niggas. Yeah. 6 foot. He little compared to me. I'm big bro. Like he got no. I'm big bro. I'll never be.
Nah,
big bro.
I don't know. He was kind of.
He bro. Like he. That motherfucker's bro. Like, but
yeah, big guy.
We was hooping. First time we played on separate teams.
Yeah.
We was on opposite teams. I'm pretty sure we was guarding each other.
Yeah.
And I was like, this motherfucker's kind of nice. He was shooting that bitch. You was really shooting that bitch. And I was just like, right, like.
He didn't respect
I didn't. No, I didn't. Again, when I first came to the first people I actually played with, you know them. We played with them.
Who was it?
I don't know his name. But we played with him outside when you invited me to the park. It was
Saya and all that?
Really, really tall.
Yeah.
He think he is a shooter. He really think he shoots a lot.
Saya.
So I played with him and two other people the first time I came. So I was like, I'm busting their ass. And I was like, this is nothing. This is like nobody. And then Jalen come on. This nigga start shooting. I'm like, okay. First couple times I was like, I'm not going to defend him. Let me see.
Did not respect it.
And then he started hitting the bitch and I was like, I broke clocks right twice a day. Let me allow. And then he was really hitting the bitches. I was like, all right, let me start defending. And it was either that day or like a couple days after that.
I think it was a couple days after that we played again. And he was like, oh, you introduced yourself.
Right.
We,
like,
all right, cool.
We chopped it up.
Exchanged numbers. And
right. And you said, I think even before that, you made a comment. You were like,
nah, I got somebody who I can work with.
And like in my brain, when I first heard it, I was just like, that's like, I don't hear that often. Like, being from Boston, I like know a bunch of people there. So when they see me hoop, they've always seen me hoop. I never thought putting myself in your shoes or anybody else's shoes. It's the person that like, oh, he hoops, like he works out. And I think when you said it, we had been in the gym at the same time, but we weren't working out together. I was shooting on the opposite side.
Yeah,
you were shooting, and I think we were just like, hey, you want to come over here? And we just started
just playing,
and then the friendship just low key just blossomed. It just blossomed from there. Now we hoop every day, or try to get every day. We really try to get every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, my first impressions of you, not even as a hooper, as a person, was just like, you put your head down and you go. And I'm not gonna lie, Boston is kind of like the opposite of put your head down and go. You're flashy. You gotta be, I'm from the bean. Especially when it comes to hooping, they're not New York, but they're very similar to the style of, I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna show you I'm here. And I was kind of like that at first, kind of talking.
Yeah,
I talk a little bit here and there. I know I was. The funny thing is I don't even talk shit like that now.
Yeah.
But just your personality to be like, I'm about to just put my head down and work. That was very surprising to me. It was refreshing too. Because when I don't, other than you and Dame, there wasn't a lot of people. Light-skinned John, me and him clicked. But nobody was just trying to just go out and work. Like, let's just go hoop. Let's have a session where we just work on something we need to work on.
Drills and shots, putting up shots, like handle drills, and of course.
Like nobody else was trying to do that. The dark skinned John was low-key trying to do that, but he be on black people time. Like, come on,
you do too. You can't.
I'm not gonna lie, I do. I can't, but I still show up though. I might show up late, but I'm gonna be there. I might be there 20 minutes late, but I'm gonna be there.
He's late.
I am. I gotta work on punctuality, but yeah, it was refreshing as shit.
What made me like that is I've always been the underdog, and I've officially never played on the high school team. I've been snubbed twice.
You would never know, though. You would really never know.
The first time was because of one grade, which was understandable, I guess. And then I went back and tried out again, and it was because I wasn't on the freshman team, and I guess they already had their team set
Played
up. Played
favorites.
Yeah, favoritism, you know, all that. So I was like, all right, cool. So I don't know, that just made me want to just work hard.
Grind, and show them like, hey, you don't have to play at a certain level to be noted as, oh, he's good or he's able to do this at the next level.
It's just the amount of hard work that you put in, that's all.
That's a fact. And the funny thing is, even saying that, both of us have gotten extremely better since the short amount of time. Like, when I say extremely, to a point where, like, we do ones a lot when we hoop. Just because 3 dribbles, it puts you in a position where you have to make...
Pissing me off.
You have to be very decisive with your movements. And the first time we hooped, I was busting Jalen's ass. I was in that... Like, when I say I was in that ass, I'm just like...
Pause.
I was just hooping, and I'm like... Couple months later, and like Jalen's keeping up with me, and you know this, I pride myself with being the fastest nigga on the court. Like, even if I can't shoot the best or I pride myself with layups and being the fastest motherfucker on the court. Jalen got a block on me. Like, this is the first time you ever blocked me, and I was just like, he's adapting. Like, that's
pretty quick too.
Like, no, it was within a span of 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm just like, the only person who's ever done that is my younger brothers, and I expect that from them because they cut from the same cloth. But someone who I don't really know. I'm just like, he's adapting, and now Dame is to a certain degree.
Getting there, yeah.
He's adapting, and I'm just like,
getting there.
Like, the formula to become better at anything, you practice. It fucking works. It works. Like, I was thinking about earlier today, like, my patience with the game of basketball. Just, again, being quick, but not using all of my movements. Like, and even you, like, your speed has just gotten. So I'm just like, bro, he catching up. So, I say that just to say, like, our friendship has just been building. That our dynamic of not necessarily being like a teacher and a student, but like being a teacher and a student both in the same category. Because I've learned things from you, especially when it comes to shooting, that I take with my game. Like, your consistency
a deadly shooter.
Of being able to shoot the ball with the efficiency. When I first met you, even then I was like, bro, he can shoot. Like, he can shoot. And being, again, I got a little strap. It's not big. It's a little strap. It's not an AK. I got a little pistol with the circle rounds in it. I got a little one.
When he's on, he's hitting. So.
Oh yeah, but when you on, like, just Monday, cause Sunday we hooped.
Yeah.
And I was in that ass. I was in that ass. And Monday he came back. Ugh.
Yeah. I specifically said, I texted him in the group chat. I was like, I'm coming for vengeance today. I don't care.
And at the last spot, you hit 5 in a row. 5 in a row without a stop. And I'm like, okay, he's taking this. Like, because the first spot you won.
Yeah.
First spot you won, and I was like, all right, let me turn up. Second spot I won. Third spot you won, and then fourth spot I won.
Yeah, and then it was
I was just like, we were just going back and forth. And the last spot we were like, okay, like, somebody got to turn up. And I think the last spot I hit like 2 in a row, something like that. And the second to last spot I had 2 in a row. Then the last spot, motherfucker was just shooting through. I'm like, I'm here. Nope.
Nah.
Hit 5 in a row, and I was like, I'm pissed right now. I'm pissed, but this nigga is on.
Yeah,
and as soon as he hit that free throw, he was like, yeah, I'm done. Let's go.
I had
lift.
We had to go lift right after too. Yeah, of course.
But I say all that to say, like, again, I've learned so, not only in the aspect of basketball, but in a general sense of how you became the person you are now. Like, we talked about this a lot. I can say friendships or lack thereof friendships, that we've both had partnerships with people that we both had that have kind of diminished, and we kind of had to reset ourselves to not become different people, but to kind of adapt to the situation that was given to us.
Of course.
By unfortunate circumstances. Because I remember we were talking in the car at Sheets. We was in the car. We was in the car for like an hour.
Like 2 hours, an hour and a half maybe.
Yep, and we was chopping it up.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot. What
we talked about. The funny thing is, not even knowing each other that well, we talked about everything.
Like relationships, just past,
like your childhood, my childhood,
yes,
everything,
like everything.
And I'm just like, I've never gotten that close to somebody in that short amount of time.
Yeah, and I don't really open up like that with people.
Very
either.
true.
Like
very true.
You know this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm very introverted and enclosed person.
Yep.
I don't like to open up.
Right.
So I I just read the energy that you was giving me, and I just, I took that. I was like, all right, so this dude might be a real genuine person, and turned out he was a real genuine person.
I try a little bit. I try.
I know, and he's always a positive person. Like, that's the one thing I'm taking that from him, is just trying to become a positive person, and I am a positive person,
right.
but sometimes I let my mind get the best of me, and he keeps me up on the pedestal. He boosts me
I
up
appreciate that.
on and off the court.